Hiya, Adam Payne here with the Video Marketing Insider, and if you'd like to properly know how to set up and optimize Facebook video ads, then you are in the right place. We're going to be covering everything in this video, so get a pen and paper and stay tuned. Hiya, Adam Payne here with the Video Marketing Insider, and let's get straight into this Facebook video ads tutorial. So first, let's look at the results. I'm inside of my ads manager and we can see here these are the two campaigns in question. Both of these campaigns are Facebook video ads with the purpose of getting people onto my email list. The first campaign I'm spending $5 a day and the second campaign is $10 per day. So we don't have to be spending hundreds of dollars a day to get results. You can see 185 leads from the first campaign and 524 leads from the second campaign, and this is only going up because they're both still live at the time of me shooting this video. The first one, 89 cents per lead here, and the second one is $1.01 per lead. So again, really cheap in a relatively competitive niche of make money online. So this process works. You just need to follow the steps in the tutorial. The only time it wouldn't work is if whatever niche you're in, the audience is not on Facebook. So if you're in the herpes niche, I'm sorry, but this probably isn't going to run for you. But that being said, for most people, it's going to be fine. Now, rather than me shoot a brand new video now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to a video that I shot about 10-15 days ago. Now, that video was shot when these campaigns were running, just of course at an earlier stage. And in that video, I went through the whole process in so much detail. It was over an hour long. But what I've done is I've trimmed the start off and trimmed the end off, so you can just see the exact how-to process, the landing pages, the follow-up, how to add all the pixels, make the audiences and stuff. So yes, it's fairly long. Any questions, put them in the comment section below, and then I'll kind of make an appearance at the end of the video just to update stuff and to wrap things up. So let's head on over to that video and you can see the process in action. You're going to need to have a very simple landing page. Now, I recommend that you do this, go and find landing pages that you like and use them for inspiration. My landing page and my opt-in page, I found other people's ones and I used them as inspiration to craft my own. So the first thing you'll need to do is have a landing page. Now this particular one is on ClickFunnels, but you can use anything that you want. Use what you have, what you're comfortable with, or what you can afford to buy if you don't have anything. Again, I'm not going to show you how to create this page because that's just going to go on forever. But it's a simple one-page website, basically. And this one has a headline, some bullet points, an opt-in, and a button. Now, yes, this is a video, but you don't need a video. And there is stuff below this page as well, which make it look nicer, but you don't need it. But if I come right the way down to the bottom, we have a privacy policy, contact us, and a disclaimer. So you will need some legal pages on your opt-in page as well. So when it comes to creating this kind of page, rather than me getting into the technicalities of how to set this up, what you need to think about is, okay, I have my niche. So it starts off being internet marketing. Then I narrow it down to video marketers. So video marketing is a subset of the IM niche, which is the one that I'm in. You need to really understand the pain points of your prospective customer or prospective lead, whatever you want to call it. And this means you might have to do a bit of research if you don't know this already. Now you can survey your list. Google Drive gives you a free tool to create surveys. You can go to forums and you can look at popular threads and topics and questions that people are having and look at pain points and problems. And then you can also go to a third-party resource called Snoop Snoo, which if I just quickly show you that, Snoop Snoo, and this is the intel gathering stage. This is where you really need to delve deep and find out what are the pain points of my prospective customer. So let's say that you are in the insomnia niche. So you come to Snoop Snoo. It's completely free. Come down to the second bit and just type in insomnia. Hit the little magnifying glass, and it will pull up a list of potential groups. For some niches, it may not pull up anything, but you want to find one that's relatively popular. This one's got 13,000 plus users. Click on it and spend half an hour reading through some of the different threads, and on a notepad write down problems that people are having. Look, how can I change my routine? Someone's asking that. Why do I keep thinking I can't sleep? Someone's asking that. And you kind of come down and you want to find problems that people are having and make notes about this, because this is going to help you in this whole process. Now, if we come back to my landing page, I know the pain points of my audience because I've been in the game a long time and I know that they're scared of getting on camera. Okay, for whatever reason, they're scared of getting on camera. I know that people think the video is too technical, they need to buy a big expensive camera, learn some amazing editing software, buy a green screen. That's another fear they have. I also know that people think, well, what do I make videos about? I don't really know. Now, these are all legitimate concerns. They're real concerns that people have. But I know that they don't need to be concerns, but people do have them. So therefore, in my headline, I focus on the biggest concern without ever appearing on camera. So somebody that's interested in video, wow, I don't have to appear on camera? What is this? And then I use different things like secret software. Here's an example of someone that succeeded. How to use proven content legally. And I use these bullet points to encourage people to opt in. Now, at the very least, you would want a headline, and you'd want either bullet points or you'd want a sub-headline, which just pushes the buttons of maybe one or two main points of your niche. And then you have an opt-in box, a button, and you won't read anything else apart from your legal pages. The reason I have a video is purely because my niche is video, and a lot of people will say, well, if your niche is video, why don't you have a video on your landing page? Now, this video, which I'll get to in a minute, is the exact same video that I use in my ad. And in fact, let me play this video for you. The audio might be a bit strange, and then I'll talk you through how I made this, because if you want to actually use video ads, you're going to need a video. So let's just listen to this, and I apologise if the audio is a bit iffy.
By 2021, 82% of all traffic flowing through the internet will be video. Last year, LinkedIn rolled out native video upload capability to its 560 million members, and not long ago, Instagram announced IGTV, its long-form video format. Video is the present and the future. But what if you're an introvert? What if you have no video shooting skills? What if you lack confidence? Is the game up? No way. You can create a successful video business without ever having to appear on camera. Yep, no face needed. Others have done it, and I'm going to show you how in this free video creation bootcamp. All you need to do is click.
And that's where it ends, okay? So this is the video that I used actually in my ads. And the fact that I put it on my page, this last sentence doesn't even make sense because there is no link above or below. But the good thing about this is I used a third-party tool, which most of you will know, and I highly recommend it to everybody if you want to create video ads and you don't want to appear on camera. There'll be a link in the Google Doc, but it's called Content Samurai or Vidnami. And how did I make this video? I wrote this script. I copied a few things from my blog and from other places. I reworded it. I got the script on a doc. I downloaded a free tool called Audacity, works on a Mac or a PC, and I recorded myself reading the script aloud. It took me about 2 or 3 takes. I think I swore in the first one. Told the whole world to F off. And then I exported that file onto my computer, which is an audio file. I'm not going to give you a Content Samurai demo, as I did in my original training. I open up Content Samurai, I paste the script in, I press a button, and it pulls clips or images which relate to the text in these different scenes. And then all I do is decide which bits to highlight, and I add my little logo inside of the software here. I upload my audio file and sync everything together. The background music is royalty free, the images, everything's royalty free. I don't have to kind of find it myself. And then I download that file, and I made sure that I created this using one of their Square templates because I knew I was going to put this video on Facebook. So yes, you can make a talking head video. Yes, you can use PowerPoint, but I think this third-party tool is as good as it gets for this kind of stuff. And the fact that I'm using this tool to emphasize that you can create videos and then, you know, don't be on camera, it makes sense to the person watching. If I was on camera using a green screen and flashy graphics, the video might look great, but it might put the viewer off thinking, yeah, well, your video is brilliant and I can't do that. So that's why I used this. So basically what happens in a nutshell is somebody comes across this video on Facebook, there's a link to this page. They click on this link, they've already watched the video, it's there again if they want. No autoplays, no exit pops, no promises of millions of dollars, no promises they're going to lose a crap load of weight, none of that sleazy stuff. And then because they've been targeted, because they've then clicked, and because it's congruent, most of them, not all of them, some of them will click this, put their email address in here and they opt in. When they opt in, they come here. Now, this is called a thank you page. Now, honestly, you could just have that. That's all you could have. But I decided to go the extra mile. I put my ugly face and I put 3 buttons. One to subscribe to my channel, one to join my group, and one to follow me on Pinterest. Some people will click, some people won't. This is the most important thing. You do not want to give away your free gift, whatever it may be, on your thank you page, because some people will put in a fake email address. And those that do come here and think, whoops, oh no, better go back here and put in a real email address this time. So they come here and they say, okay, the free course is on your way to your email. They go to their inbox. Depending on variety of factors, it might be there already. It might be in their inbox. A couple of times it could be in their spam box, promotions, junk folder. Occasionally they'll have to click to confirm. It depends how you've got it all set up. And the email is basically this one. Now I use Aweber, you may use GetResponseDrip, ActiveCampaign, whatever, it doesn't matter. Aweber has a free 30-day trial if you want to get started. It's cheap to get started, but you don't have to use this. And this email goes out automatically. And all it basically says is, hiya, you're in, thank you very much, and here is your gift and the link. Now, you don't have to create a course. I'm going to show you my course in a minute. A lot of you have it. You don't have to create a course. Don't let that scare you. You can create a one-page cheat sheet, a one-page PDF. You can create it on PowerPoint, on Keynote. You can open up Google Drive, open up a doc, type in some stuff, and then download it. You can host it on Amazon S3 or somewhere else. Doesn't matter. Again, I'm not going to get into the technicalities of that stuff because otherwise we'll just go on forever. So they click on this link, which allows them to register because it's free. I also encourage them to reply and answer one of these questions. Not everybody does, but some do. The reason I do that is because I then get a notification that somebody's replied. I can then start building a personal relationship with that person, which benefits me, of course, but it also allows me to help them and answer their questions. And it also is a signal to Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail that this particular communication is important, so the next message is more likely to go into the inbox. And then I also put a link to my Facebook group. You may not have that, doesn't matter. You know, it's just a very simple generic email. Now, whether you want to have a bunch of emails following on after or not is entirely up to you. Now, in my particular case, when people register, they get access to this, which is a free course made on Product Dino. Don't let this scare you if you're new. You don't need to go this far. And yes, even this site could look a lot better, but who cares? And I basically have a bunch of modules, 7 modules in here, which teach them all the things that I promised them, their videos, their resources. And yes, I have a couple of affiliate links in here. I see no problem with that, and you should do the same thing if you want to. And that's basically it. Then people get my gift, they consume it, hopefully, some of them, not all of them. Not all of them will register, of course, and they see a lot of value, and they also join my Facebook group, and I start building out an audience of people that over time will get to know, like, and trust me. But even if it was a cheat sheet or a guide, that sometimes is even better, because not everybody's got time to be like, oh my god, I've got to go through all these videos. Some people just want to get a great cheat sheet or a PDF download and be like, oh, that's cool, that's useful, that is, and then they've got something that they've learned. So again, you can create a video and you can host it on YouTube as an unlisted video. You can create a course like this if you can. You can create a cheat sheet, you can create a guide, you can create a little software or tool if you're a techie. You can outsource everything as well. So just don't overthink it is the key. And then that is basically it. Now, one other thing that I will have on these pages is I will have my Facebook Pixel installed. And again, I'm going to leave a resource to this because this is where it can get a little bit, it's not hard, but it can, different page builders, different people, the process of installing the pixel is somewhat different, but basically you go into your Facebook Business Manager, you get your pixel, which is basically a line of code, you come to your website and you paste it in the header. And then this is called a little free Chrome extension called Facebook Pixel Helper, and this will tell you whether it's been installed correctly. So anybody that visits this page, the pixel will fire, which will basically send a message back to Facebook telling them that someone's been here. And you can see here somebody's viewed this page. Now if somebody actually opts in, because not everybody will, but some people will opt in, then if we click on this one, you see there's a 3 as opposed to here there were 2, here there are 3. This means on this particular page I have an extra tiny snippet of code which registers somebody as a lead, and that's important for you to install. Now if you don't install any of this stuff, you can still get leads, but there's no way of you knowing how many leads you've got and how much it's costing you per lead. So it's important to know this stuff. And again, there are tons and tons of free trainings on Facebook that show you how to do this. I'll leave a link in the Google Docs which shows you how to install your Facebook pixel, as well as other pixels for other things as well. But just make sure that, to summarize this, you want your pixel, your general Facebook pixel on all pages of your website, and you want your lead snippet on your thank you page. So what else do we need before we get going? We've got a GIF that we need to create, we've got a landing page, we've got a thank you page, we've got our email that goes out. We are also going to need a Facebook fan page as well. That's imperative, and you're going to need to have that Facebook fan page as part of your business manager. So set up your business manager if you've not done that. Create a very simple Facebook page. Let me go over to Facebook and find an example of my video marketing insider page. So we go to facebook.com. Things always run a little bit slowly when you've got this stuff running. Then if we come here, we will come to, I need to go to my business manager. So let me click on this, and again, it takes a little bit of time. I apologize for this, but when you've got a lot of things running, let me close off a few tabs. Okay, I'll come down here to Payne Marketing. We'll click this. You can have more than one business manager account, by the way, but for most of you, you'll just need one. Again, let's wait for this to load up. Need to make sure that I have the right one connected. So I want this one, which is my video marketing one, which is called the Video Oracle. But if I actually go below that, I have this particular page, so this is my page. You will need a page set up to run ads. It doesn't need to be a popular page or an active page. You just need a page set up. And if it's brand new and you're setting up your very first page, just put a little bit of content on there. That could just be an image, a meme, share someone else's content video, whatever it may be. You don't need to worry about having a nice graphic or a nice profile pic. It can be a logo. You can see, look, I've not got it filled out completely. This is a relatively small page. It's only got 4,048 followers, so it's not like a massive page. Now I've got content on my page, but I just want to emphasize that you do need to have a page to run ads. So I think that covers the infrastructure that you need to set up. The most important thing I think for you to focus on is identifying a pocket of people within a niche that have a problem and understanding their problems, their fears and all that, and using that information to craft the header and maybe the subheadline or the bullet points of your landing page. And you'll also be using that in your ad copy later on as well. But that's the stuff that's more important than, oh, how do I put a pixel on? Because that stuff you can YouTube and Google and figure it out. And somebody in this group will help you if you really do get stuck. So that's done. Let's move on over and talk about audiences. So let's go over to our ads manager and let's click on this little business tools menu. And we got here what we call audiences. Now let me briefly explain what these are and the different types of audiences that we will hopefully have. Audiences are groups of people that you can create inside of your business manager, and these are the groups of people that are going to be seeing your ads. Now, for this particular method, we're going to hopefully, now some of you may not be able to create all these audiences if you're just getting started right now, but audiences will split into 3 categories. We will have our cold audience. Now, cold audience, these are people that don't really know about you or your brand, but they're people that potentially would be interested. So for me, for example, somebody out there has never heard of me, they don't know about my Video Marketing Insider site, but they like James Wedmore, or they like the website Social Media Examiner, which is a very popular authority site in the same niche, similar niche. If you're in the golfing niche, they may not know that Jim's Golfing exists, but they're fans of the magazine golf.com, they visit one of the most popular golfing websites, and they're fans of a couple of famous golfers. Maybe it's a scuba diving niche. They don't know that you and your scuba diving digital product exists, but they're people that have a PADI license and they've been to specific dive sites around the world. These are your cold audience. Your warm audience are people that have engaged with your Facebook fan page, they've watched your videos on Facebook before, and they are subscribe to your email list. Maybe they're your customers as well, because not all of your email list will be your customers. Now, you may not have any customers, you may not have a list. If you've not set up a Facebook page, you'll have nobody that's engaged with your page, but ideally you'll want to have a warm audience. And if you don't have one, I'll show you steps that you can take to begin building one. And then you'll have your lookalike audience, which Facebook will create based on what you tell it. And these are people that Facebook believes are similar to a specific group of people. For example, one of my lookalike audiences are related to my Video Marketing Insider customers. So I have all of my Video Marketing Insider customers uploaded into my Business Manager Facebook account. And then I told Facebook, go out there and find people that are similar to these people. So they basically went out and found me 2 million grumpy old men. I'm joking. But they found me a lot of old blokes, and they found me some ladies as well. But you can determine this kind of stuff. Now, I do apologise if you can hear a little bit of background noise. I'm downstairs, and then my daughter's in another room decided to play the piano just in the middle of this training. Thank you very much, Emily. So let me click on audiences here. Now, your cold audience is going to be you doing your research, and that's going to be you thinking of brands, magazines, celebrities, people in your niche, authors and that kind of stuff, and then seeing if those people are actually on Facebook, and we'll get to that in a sec. But the other audiences, your warm and your lookalike audiences, you need to set up now, kind of thing. So let's just wait for this page to load up. So how do we set up our warm and lookalike audiences? Well, we do our warm audience first. So you're going to hit this little blue button, create audience, and then you're going to hit custom audience. Now, I've done this, so I'm going to take you 90% of the way. So let's say we've got a website, we've got a niche site, we've got landing pages, whatever it may be. You're going to click on website, and your pixel will already be on your website. My pixel is on my Video Marketing Insider website. It's on my Beers with Adam one as well, because it's in the same niche. And I have a couple of smaller websites which are still in the video marketing and make money online niche, so it's on those sites as well. Anybody that visits any page on those sites will fall into this audience. So all website visitors, and I'm going to go for the past 90 days, and you can name it all website visitors, all video visitors, all visitors to my dog websites, whatever it may be. And once you've put this in, this will become blue, and you'll hit create audience, and then Facebook will go out there and it will start pulling in those people and populating. It might not appear straight away. That's one type of audience you can create, and that is going to be one warm audience. You can see here I've got website traffic 90 days, 5,000 people there. And again, see, I have a small audience. I don't get a ton of traffic, but I really focus on, messaging, communication, relationship building. So it helps me. Another kind of custom audience that you can create, and for you to do this, you will need to have a Facebook page. You can click on Facebook page, and you can put everybody who's engaged with your page, and you can put the past 90 days. You'd have to click here and choose from your pages, and then you put all Facebook page engagement. and then you'd hit create audience, and that, you know, people that have liked your page or, you know, interact with your content. Again, if you've got a brand new page or almost nothing on it, you can't really do that, but you can still set the audience up, but you're going to have to spend time building out your page for that audience to be built. The other one that we can do is we can create custom audience, and this is videos. So we're going to click on video. Then for you to do this, you must have videos on your Facebook page that have got traffic. So let me take you over to my page. And if we scroll down, that's a blog post. So there's a video. I upload videos natively to my page. Some of these videos I do nothing with. Some of these videos I will actually run Facebook ads to these videos. These are video view campaigns. There's no opt-in or anything for sale. It's purely to get people to watch these videos, because I know that once I can get people to watch, I can start building up my warm audience, as I'm going to show you in a sec. So let me scroll down and give you an example. Sorry about this. Because if you just start uploading videos and you don't have an audience that know that you've uploaded videos, you're just not going to get much traction. So this one, you know, and I just set up, you know, $1 a day budget, $2 a day budget. I don't go crazy. So this one's reached 1,326 people. They're short videos, as you can see, they're 31 seconds long. You can use content summary videos, your own videos, but square videos are good, the ones with bars work. If we come down, I've got another one here that's reached 3,380 people, and I've got more if we scroll down. So I want to build an audience of anybody that's, you know, watched part of these videos. So if I come back to my audiences, if I click on this here, I get a choice. Now, I would focus on this one and maybe these two. So if you have long videos, and by long I mean, you know, 2 minutes or more, I would put them into this bracket. If somebody's watched 25% of your videos that are 2 minutes or more, then Facebook will put them into this audience. If you've got short videos, 30, 45 seconds, give or take, I would maybe choose this one, people who have watched 75% of your video. Because if people have only watched 3 seconds of your 30-second video, they're probably not bothered. So let's just say I want to go with this one, because I do have a lot of short videos. Now I have to choose videos. So I click on this. I choose the right Facebook page. Okay. Now I have a lot of videos scheduled to be published, which is why, although I've uploaded them already, they're not actually live yet. But for example, I would look at the videos that have been getting views. I'd click on this one, go to page 2. I might click on this one. This one's got nearly 10,000 views. Now, if I had run Facebook video views to this particular video and I'd budgeted $20 a day and I'd let it run for a month, this could be up in, you know, the 100,000. But I'm doing small campaigns and I've got time, so maybe I haven't now with the current situation. But again, you need to have these videos on your page and have traffic to them, preferably through Facebook video ads, in order for these numbers to be here. So you can select multiple ones and then you can hit confirm, and Facebook will put all these videos together, and anybody that's watched 75% or more of those videos will be put into a specific audience. We'll cancel that. Okay, and then you'd give it a name as well, of course. You change this to 90 days, and you might say people who've watched 75% or more of all my dog-related videos, my scuba diving-related videos, and then you'd hit create. And again, it would take time to populate. Now, once you've done that, so those are your warm audiences, okay? One more I want to show you. I haven't actually got this prepared, but you can also hit custom audience. And if you have an email list, so you can download lists from Aweber, GetResponse, your autoresponder, ClickFunnels, membership sites. You can download CSV files and you can upload them here. And these are lists. It says customer list, but you want to make sure that you name them, you know, customers or leads, because there is a difference. Not everybody that's on my email list is an actual customer. So you want to separate them, but that's what you do there. But I don't have a CSV file ready. So we'll close that. And then what you want to do now is create a lookalike audience. So we've got the cold, which are the famous people, the brands, the magazines. We've got the warm, which I've just shown you. And now we've got lookalike. We'll click on lookalike. And this is basically, again, it's you telling Facebook, go out and find people similar to this. So when I say this, I'll click on this little box. I'll click on other sources. So for argument's sake, I might choose, I'll just choose something random. All ClickFunnels buyers. So anybody that's bought a product from me that I've sold using ClickFunnels is there. And I will want only people that are located in the United States. And I might put, you know, the UK and Australia in there as well. Sometimes I use Singapore and a few other places. You can put in a couple of countries in here. Don't go too crazy. And then you get to choose the size of the audience that you want. So I always leave it as it is. I don't touch it. And I leave this as 1, personally. I find that if you go high, then the audience just becomes a little bit diluted. It's hard for Facebook to find 11.8 million approximate people that are similar to this. But if we leave it at that, there's still 2.4 million people that are similar to my ClickFunnels buyers. So basically in the background, it will take the information of those buyers and it will go around Facebook and choose 2.4 million people that are similar to these people in the US. So that's a very useful audience to create. And then you hit create audience and it takes time. So if I cancel that, you can see here that I have an audience prepared of 2.2 million, Australia, Great Britain, US, based on my Video Marketing Insider customers. So I uploaded a file of my VMA customers, all of them, and then I said to Facebook, please find me people similar to these. And Facebook went out and it found 2.2 million people. So you need to have your audiences set up. So at the very least, the cold audience you don't set up now. We'll set that. We'll do that when we actually create our ad. But you want to have your warm audience and your lookalike audience. And if you don't have a warm audience, you can't really create a decent lookalike audience. So even if you don't really have time to build out a list to get that, you can start, you know, running traffic to content that you've got on your Facebook page, start uploading videos to your Facebook fan page, and then running very cheap Facebook video views. If you've got a list of any way, shape or form, upload it. If you've sold a product before, upload it. A lot of you will have, some of you won't have, but if you don't, now's the time to start, you know, taking stuff seriously. So we've got our infrastructure, we've built out warm audience and our lookalike audience. Now we need to go and do our actual campaign setup. So let's head on over and do that now. Okay, so here we are over back at my ads manager, and basically when it comes to Facebook ads, we have our campaigns, we have our ad sets, and we have our ads. Now our campaign is basically our objective. Our ad set is our targeting, who are we going to show our ads to, and our ads are the actual ad. It's the copy and the video itself. So the actual ad that I'm currently running that's getting these opt-ins is this, and I'll read it for you. Bored at home, which is relevant to now. Get this free course, it's free. Rather than spend time watching videos, why not make some money from them? Let's think about this. Millions of people in self-isolation with many more coming soon. What's the one thing you and everyone else are going to be doing more than ever during this time? That's right, spending more time on YouTube trademark and Facebook trademark. Okay, that's 2 things. Everyone will be glued to YouTube and Facebook for news of what's going on and for ways to take their mind off things. Why not use the time productively to learn how to craft videos without ever appearing on camera? And a few bullet points. I use these little emoji things. In fact, if you go to a website called, I'll put this in the Google Doc as well, you can get all your free emojis from this one if you don't know that already. Over the shoulder video tutorials and lessons. Learn how to craft videos quickly with no tech skills, never appearing on camera. Remember the pain points from before. Uncover endless topics, another pain point. And a private Facebook community, because I also give people access to the Beers of Adam group. Now it's more personal than ever to future-proof your business, another good phrase, and then a link to the actual landing page. And then I have that video that I showed you before. And then I have future-proof your business, blah, 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 blah. Now it may not get many comments, it may not get many shares, but the whole purpose of this ad is to get opt-ins, and it's getting opt-ins, as you can see with the 2 point, as you can see before. So that is the actual ad itself. So if we actually go back over here, now you can, by the way, this is the new interface. You can use the new interface or you can switch to the old one. I kind of prefer the old one, but hey ho. So this is the actual campaign So if I click on this, 1 second, it'll bring us over to the ad set. So you can see here, I created 3 ad sets. I had my cold audience, which was, I've mentioned before. I had my warm, and I had my lookalike. And it turned out that my lookalike was performing much better, so I turned these off and all of the focus on the lookalike audience. And then I also had, if I click on the ads, I was testing out different thumbnails as well, but again, the lookalike was the one that won. So let's go back to campaigns and let's briefly look at how you can set this up. Now, yes, of course, you do need that real estate ready. You do need your video. You do need your landing page, your pixels set up, and all your conversion, your custom conversion set up, and all that stuff. But you hit create. Okay, let me just hit create. Probably going to take a lot longer. Now I've got Camtasia running, so again, I apologise for the delay. Now I prefer, you can have guided creation or quick creation. I prefer this way because it's quicker. So campaign name, I might call this, for example, let's just call this something random because I'm not going to run this one. So let's call this opt-ins for, 1 second, always funny when you're doing it live, opt-ins for free dog training course. Okay, it's going to come up later, I hope so. Let's wait. Okay, I spelled it wrong. I like a typo. Is that right? Dog train. How do I spell training? There you go. Look, I've got a master's in applied linguistics and I can't even spell. So that's going to be the campaign name. Call it whatever you want, so long as it makes sense to you. Okay. Now the campaign objective, we are going to choose conversions, because a conversion in this case is a lead. We want this switched on. We want the campaign budget optimization, and that means if you don't have that switch, if you don't have that on, that means you have to actually allocate where the stuff's kind of going to. So just leave it on. Daily budget, spend what you can afford. If you can't afford $10 a day, don't spend it. But of course, just bear in mind that the less you spend, the slower the traffic will come in, the slower the results. But let's, for argument's sake, go with $10 a day. Okay, so that is going to be our campaign. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, then we're going to come down here to in fact, let's just hit save to draft. Okay, save to draft. Just want to set up our campaign first. Now you can see it's kind of come up here. Let me just wait for this little blue thing to finish. Okay, and let me come back. I want to come back here. Okay, so now we have our campaign. We've got opt-ins for dog training course, blah 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 blah. Is that okay? It looks okay. Now let's come down to our ad set, which we haven't created yet. Okay, so we don't have any ad set created. Let's click on ad set. We've got to create this ad set. Okay, so let's click on edit. Don't worry about this error thing just yet. No, I don't want to publish any draft items. I don't want to publish anything. So let's get rid of this little thing. Come on, close. Okay, bingo. So now we're back at the ad set. When you've not got Camtasia running, it should open up a lot more quickly. So now we'll call our ad set. Let's call our ad set when it finally loads up. We'll call this cold. This is going to be our cold audience. We'll call it cold dogs. There you go. Cold dogs. Now down here, we need to choose our conversion event. So basically, I've mentioned this before in the pixel training, you need to create that little lead snippet and put it on your thank you page. When you create that, you'll have to give it a name. So if I just close that off, let me just get rid of that. And then if I click on this again, this is where it will appear. So if you've only got one created, you only have one option. So I'll just choose a random one for now. I'll click on this. You want to have that there, okay? Scroll down, start date, I'll leave it as it is. I won't schedule an end date because I don't want to throttle anything. Audience. Now this is a cold audience, remember this is our cold traffic. So first of all we want to choose our locations. So we'll keep this simple and we will choose United States. Now you can go city, town, zip code, postcode, multiple countries. You can exclude countries as well if you want to. You know your targeting. Same with your age and your gender. I'm leaving it with all. I'm going to choose English as a language. For me, for video marketing, I know that my audience is generally a bit older, so I'd probably go, you know, 30 and above. But again, this is not for me to tell you because this is the stuff that you should know. And if you don't know, you've got to do your research to figure out what your general demographics are. But we've got our conversion event here. We've got US. So we've got people in the US that speak English between 30 and 65, which is way too broad. I'm going to leave automatic placements as it is. I know in the past, my previous trainings and other people may tell you only do the feeds or don't do audience net. Just leave it. I'm just leaving it as it is. This is what I'm doing right now. Okay. Leave everything else, but we need to. Where are we? Detailed. We need to come here. Detailed targeting. So again, I've chosen dogs, which could be a bit of a mistake because I don't know anything about dogs. But I could put. Let's just put in the word poodle. What does this bring up? Poodle. Let's just put in poodle and see what happens here. Give us a second to kind of populate. I didn't seem to do anything there. Sometimes this is always funny with me. Okay, let's change something else. Let's see if there's another interest for dogs. I don't know if there are any magazines. This is where doing your research helps with your audience. Maybe I shouldn't have picked dogs. I know Crufts is a famous dog show. Although it's in the UK, it's not in the US. But again, you put in authors, you put in celebrities, you put in all kinds of people in here. You basically want to put in an audience. You can put in one, you can put in 2 or 3. For me, for example, I will put, if I was doing my video marketing stuff, I might put in James Wedmore and hit enter. Let's see if that changes now. So this is not changing. I don't really know why it's not changing, but anyway, I could then maybe narrow this down. I'll put in the United Kingdom as well. I'm not narrowing it down, so am I? I'm actually making it bigger. But anyway, you put in your geo. This thing's funny sometimes. You put in your language, do all this stuff. Put in a cold interest. Okay, I'm actually going to uncheck this box. That could be the little bugger that's been mucking me about. There we go. Okay, so now we're down to 90. So let's go back and do poodle. Sorry for the back and forth, but at least you know this is not been pre-recorded. Poodle. Putting poodle in here. And again, if you were dogs, you might put in a magazine, you might put in a brand, you might put in a particular breed related to you. 4 million people, yeah, that's all right. I think for a number, high isn't necessarily too bad for this method. Anything from between about 1 to 1.5, 2 million for this. Of course, your warm audience and your lookalike will be smaller. Okay, and then everything else is fine. Okay, so then if we come back, let's close this off. Okay, and close. We're not going to publish. Okay, we want to get this set up before we publish. So now I have, let's go back to campaign. I got my campaign, opt-ins for dog-free training course, and I've got my first ad set. So what I would do with this particular ad set is I would click on duplicate. I will use my original campaign. And I will have, I'll do it one by one. I'll have one now, and I'll do one. So let me just duplicate that. Now this one, rather than call it cold dogs copy, I might call it warm dogs. Now I've not got to do anything else. My pixie, this is already here. I've already got my start day. I've got this in here. But in this case, I don't want to change the language, but rather than me targeting people that like poodles, I can get rid of poodles. And then I can come back up here to my custom audience, and I could say, for example, my warm audience. So let's just choose that one. Now I would also include, if I had it, all of my video views. I would include people that have engaged with my Facebook page, and blah blah blah. And then that's all I would need to do. So long as I've got it named correctly, everything else would stay the same. Then I would close it off. Close. So now I have my campaign. Let's go back. I have my campaign, and then I have my 2 ad sets. Okay, now I will have I will go back to here and I'll duplicate this again, and I'll have the original campaign, 1 copy, duplicate, but I would rename this lookalike. So again, just wait a sec. Okay, and don't worry about the error thing just yet. I'll put this, oops, lookalike dogs. Okay, look like dogs. Leave all this stuff, leave all this stuff, leave all this stuff, leave my location, all that. But for my custom audience, I would then start typing in the word look and see if I can find my lookalike audience, and then I choose my lookalike audience. Okay, and that's it. So now I've got my 3 ad sets, and then once I'm done, I will click out of there, click close, hit close. So now I have my campaigns, and I have my lookalike dogs, I have my warm dogs, and I have my cold dogs. So let's go into this lookalike ones for now, and let's go into my ads for my ad set. So I've got these 3 ads, they've all kind of automatically come in here. I've got my lookalike, my warm dogs and cold dogs, but of course they're set up because I've not actually set it up. So let's go, so lookalike dogs, so let's come in here. Actually, let's not do that, I've made a mistake. Let's close back. Okay, I want to come back to my campaigns. It's good that it's, you know, you see people making mistakes. Okay, and I want to come. Then I want to come to my ads. I'll name them first. So just click this little pen, and I can call this lookalike video, and I might say, for example, now you can have exactly the same ad and everything the same. In that case, you're just seeing which audience reacts the best, or you can create multiple ads, but I don't want to get too complicated. So lookalike video, save to draft. This one would be warm video, save to draft, and the next one would be cold video, save to draft. So let's just do that. Cold video, save to draft. So now I've got them a little bit, the naming convention's good. Now what I could probably have done is actually created one of these ads and then duplicated it into the other ad sets, but I'm not going to change it now. So let's click on edit the lookalike video. Close that off. Okay, so first of all, I've got to choose my Facebook page. So you'd find your dog page, for example. Instagram account if it's connected. Then you would choose single image or video. Then you would click on add media. I've already uploaded my video, but this is where you would actually upload your video. So if I click on add media, add video, this is the video here. So again, you could either upload it here from your computer, but I'll choose this one because that's the actual one in question, and hit continue. Let's just wait for that. So we've got, let's just wait, it's populating out here. Okay. Now this particular video has too much text, so then I would come to edit video, thumbnail, custom, and you can upload an image from your computer. So I don't think I actually have one ready at the moment, so let me go and find one. So pixabay.com, video. Let's go and just find a random image that doesn't have any text. Okay, we'll choose that one. Free download. Yeah, either of these last two should be enough. We'll download that. Okay, film 5.9. Okay, then I would come here and I would hit upload. Actually, I can just choose one of my old images. You could actually upload an image from your computer, but I forgot I had all my images in here, didn't I? So we'll just wait for these to. I'll just choose one of these for now because it'll be quicker than me uploading the image. Once these go around, yeah, that'll do. Ping, ping, ping. Continue. Now, if you don't have the text on your video, this is not an option, but you want to make sure that you have this in here. So hit save. You just need something that doesn't have text, basically, to get rid of that little problem. Okay, then in here you place your text. So don't worry about this for now because it will get shown because there isn't copy in it. Here is my amazing copy. Come down 1 second. Excuse me. It all runs a little bit slow when you've got a bunch of things up here, so I apologise for it being slow to respond. I'll put in, okay, so what was it? Yeah, video marketing insider. That was the URL of my capture page, which of course is not dog related, but you put in your landing page in here. Bloody hell, come on. Yeah, it's annoying with this little, I can't do anything about it though. This little pop-up that keeps coming up. I've got my landing page. Display link, just make sure that if you have a display link, it is off the same domain name, so you don't choose, I wouldn't put Beers with Adam in there. So in this case, I might just copy my video marketing insider thing and plonk that in here. Then call to action, I'd leave it at learn more. Languages, I'd leave it as it is. This would be there by default. You would of course just double check everything. You'd make sure your links worked. You'd make sure that you know, this looked okay. If you wanted to, you can add something here by playing around with this description and just see what it looks like. You don't have to have anything here, you can. And once you're happy, okay, you just hit this little cross. It should save automatically. Close. Okay, so now you can see this one, the error's gone because I've actually set the ad up. Now, the way that I've just shown you now is a little bit long-winded, but then you'd just click in here, and you would basically do exactly the same thing. You'd have the same copy, the same thumbnail, the same links, and it would just be a case of going in here. It would take you a minute to go in here, a minute to go in here, and then these error messages would go, and once you're good to go, you would hit review and publish. And depending on the word, if you've not made crazy claims in your copy, if you've not got exit pops or fancy stuff on your landing page, you should get approved. And that's pretty much that. Once you've done all the stuff that I've shown you in the video, again, you just wait for your ads to be approved and then the leads should start coming in. And if you set your tracking up correctly, your pixels are all installed, you'll get the data that you want and you can make changes moving forward. Other than that, any questions, let me know. Leave me a like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And you're probably tired of my voice now, so I'm going to say goodbye and have a nice day. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or you need more clarification, go and watch the video once more. Over on the right hand side, we have some more trainings and reviews, so go and watch those as well. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and hit the bell notification. Other than that, ask any questions you've got below, and I'll see you soon.